Facts and figures. None of this comes with citation, of course. I've had to fill in most of it myself. It has to do with homework, a notebook, a math book 2 pounds heavier with rain, and papers scattered like leaves across my yard. November 18th, 2014, 4 days after I'd heard it on the radio, and who doesn't love a good robot story, outer space? Jesus Valenzuela. I figured he went to the school down the street and stopped in. Nobody wanted it there. His mother had told them Jesus is salida. The family moving away or again or out. No forwarding address. The secretary nodded at the trash can, gave me a look like thanks for trying. Instead, I took it all home and dried it by the fire. My list of facts by Jesus. Fact 1. Utah looks so much like Mars that Martian movies make their movie here. Look it up. Fact 2. Have you ever run so fast as you can into a rock wall like Wile E. Coyote? Smash. 40,000 is the comet's speed and spaceship land on it. Wow. Fact 3. What is a origami swan? Fact 4. 311 million. That's how many mile. I couldn't help smiling. He'd zeroed in on the detail I liked too. The physicists needed a simile, an origami swan, to float their story on the shallow pond of the news. What took off from Earth weighing 200 pounds would weigh less in the comet's different gravity, only as much as a piece of paper, folded bird. And if it bounced, if it fluttered away after all those years of waiting, the craft had to spear gun spikes in the rock and hold on, and Jesus, 3rd grade, Salt Lake City, wrote the right question in his notebook. If it weren't for the swan, that anchor in the story, would it stick? Would anyone hold still and listen? Jesus did better than the physicists, though. He packed all their facts in one figure. 10 years of travel, 4 billion miles involving 4 planetary slingshot orbits, pack it down. 1 trillion comets in our solar system, and you're trying to land on one? And it's clocking 40+ thousand miles per hour, pack it down. That craft, piloted remotely, that craft the size of a washing machine, but with instruments rather than a tumbler drum, fragile and expensive, pack it down into one image, and you did. Amen for Smash, Jesus. Amen for Wile E. Coyote. But why was your backpack scattered in my yard? And where'd you go? More facts and figures. 311 million miles away is definitely distant. I have 216,000 on my car, an old Saturn I pay to keep running. If I drove it for 18,000 years, I could park in that comet's garage. By the way, NASA didn't build this ship. The engineers were European. Now picture them spiking the ball in our end zone. Imagine their touchdown dance. We've displaced our dollars from exploration into roads and border enforcement. Fact 3. What is an origami swan? Science needs someone to tell its story. Carcharodon carcharias or great white. I think you can see my point. I'm calling that spaceship the Valenzuela. I'm naming that comet, look it up. I don't know where you've gone, Jesus, but I hope wherever it is, you get to be a kid, and someone is showing you which dot is Mars. My own son says he wants to go there, be an astronaut. He doesn't know it's a one-way trip, an empty rock without Christmas trees, and he'd walk 8 years without seeing a river or a cat. I think he'd be lonely. Don't be lonely where you are, Jesus, and try to hang on to your homework. I like the lion you drew in your math book. Sleep well.